This is the Atlas Gaming Desk from Blacklyte, and as you can see here, this desk features quite a few lights here, and they do have a purpose, so they are able to correspond to a game, which we're gonna test that out after. And also we got a light in the front here, on the sides as well. And as you can see here, I have all the cables on the floor, so I'm gonna have to hide all those cables inside here. The other thing is, you can see I have my monitor mounted to the wall here. And the reason why I did that is my previous desk was a little bit wobbly, but this one, like at the lowest setting here, it's not really moving at all. Taking a look at the right hand side here, we got the up and down. Also, we are able to set two memories here as well. And then we have a little display here that displays how high the table is right now. So at its lowest, it's 28 inches. And I've gone ahead and set memory 2, so it goes to the highest point here. Not sure why you would need it this high, but it does go all the way to 53 inches here. And for any reason you're gonna have the desk this high and you wanna see if it's wobbly, there's a little bit of a wobble to it, but not too crazy. Like, as you can see here, I'm able to definitely move it around. But when it's at the midpoint or the lowest point, definitely there's like no moving this desk. And moving up and down is a very smooth operation. And the motor is very quiet, which is good. So whenever you're putting the desk up and down, and it's not gonna make like any huge noise there. So right now, like at around the 33 inches here, there's really no wobble, just like a bit. Like right now I'm like really pushing this desk hard and it's not like moving around, which is good. And if you're gonna leave it at the lowest point, which most people I think are gonna do anyways, if you're sitting on a chair, definitely very sturdy. Like if you're moving your mouse, doesn't matter how hard you're moving your hand around, it's not gonna really move the table, which is good. And the chair like fits good, like the armrests here go underneath as well. There's this piece of metal that's holding everything, but it doesn't really get in the way of the armrest here, which is good. On the left hand side here, we have a few more buttons. So we got the Q1, Q2, and Q3 here. And then you're able to go ahead and choose a few different colors. So you got all the like solid colors, and then we also have the rainbow color as well. And then we got Q2, which controls the side light here. You can go ahead and circle the colors here or set up the rainbow color. And the Q3 are these kind of like side lights here. And these are magnetic. So you're able like to go ahead and circle the colors here. So one thing is we are able to go ahead and control these lights. So we got a USB cable here, which we're gonna test that out after. Taking a look at the measurements here, and the length here is 150 centimeters. Checking out the depth here is around 69.5 centimeters. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and organize all the cables. Also the PC that you see there, that's around 30 kilograms, more than 60 pounds there. So that thing is definitely very heavy, and which is gonna go on the side there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put all the cables inside here. We're gonna see how well it hides everything. The other thing which I wanna go ahead and cover before I put everything together here is this leather desk mat. And it does cover the whole desk here, except the portion where you lift this up for the cables. And underneath, it is kind of like a magnet because the whole base here of the desk is metal. And here we got this nice leather with nice stitching on the ends here. You can easily like just take it off if you want to clean anything, and then just put it back on. And on the right hand side here, we got the Blacklyte logo with the stitching. So I got the desk all set here, everything on top like I usually have. So with the PC, the speaker, the keyboard, everything is in here. And overall, there's a nice clean look here now. And the RGB here, I thought I wouldn't really like it so much to have all this RGB around, but actually it looks good. As you can see here, it has this nice clean look. And if I want to go ahead and just like switch out the colors to this one here, I can go ahead and do that. There's no adjusting brightness from this controller here. But if we go ahead and install the app, which I'm going to show you in a second, we are able to go ahead and modify these lights quite a bit. Also in game, we are able like to set this up, which I'm going to show you shortly. So probably you can already notice here with the amount of cables that we had before, Right now everything is hiding in the desk here. Here's the results. Pretty much I only have the power cable there and just 2 cables going to the subwoofer there. Pretty much that's it. Everything else is kind of on the desk right now. Since I have this huge soundbar here, I decided to put it at the end here, which fits perfectly and doesn't move, which is nice. And here we have all where the cables are. Pretty much I have a power bar here, which is powering everything from monitor to PC. Here you can see all the cables. So I do have a power bar. So everything is plugged in through there. And then I just have one going to the outlet, and all the USB cables and everything is in here. And here's a closer look at underneath here. So all the cables are pretty much hidden here. So nothing is in the way. So just that one power cable there, and that's it. So checking out the legs here, they are metal. So I have a magnet here, and everything seems very solid all around. And just checking the width and depth here. So around the 6.5 centimeters with 9.5 centimeters. So the max load you can have on this table is 125 kilograms or 275 pounds. And already this PC alone is over 60 pounds. And then we got the speaker here. The only thing that's not attached right now, I still have the monitor attached to the wall. That's how I had it previously. So the good thing is the table still stays in place here. It doesn't really move around. Even though I have like heavy on the right hand side here, it still stays pretty strong. I know I have it at the lowest point, but if I were to raise it higher, obviously there's going to be more wobble. But at its lowest point here, it doesn't wobble, which is nice. Checking out the controllers here, we are able to go ahead and set a preset. So we have 1 or 2, and this is the display you're getting when you're moving the table lower or higher. So if I was to go ahead and go to the lowest preset, I have that on memory. And for any reason you don't want only you to touch the table, or if you have any kids, you don't want them to like kind of put the table at the highest point, you can go ahead and lock the whole controller here. So if you want to go ahead and hold the S for 13 seconds, around 13 seconds, and then we'll see a lock here. And to unlock, just go ahead and hold the S for 8 seconds, and then it will unlock everything. And on the left hand side, this is where we have the controllers for the lighting, for the side and the front here. So we have 3 of them. This one is a separate light 2. So for the first one here, if you want to go ahead and hold it, it will turn it off. And then we got the second one, which is on the side here, turns it off. And then the third one, which is this one here. And to go ahead and turn it on, just press it once. And that's it. And you're able to cycle through all the different colors here as well. So I do have the table all plugged in via USB cable, and you will need to go ahead and download the app, which is for some reason 5.6 gigabytes. I am not sure why it needs to be so big. It does install these NVIDIA drivers, a few things like that. So going to the desk option first here, we can see here the light is online, but lift is offline. I tried to install the driver once again, but this did not work. Hopefully in a future firmware update, they'll be able to fix this, because this is good, because not many other desks really have this option. The cool thing about this is you're able to use this with a timer. So you're able to set this to whatever time, to go at this height and then to go down. So going to the lighting here, we are able to control the brightness here as well. And the brightness can go as low as like 1% here. So it's very subtle. So if you're like playing a game, you don't want the lights to kind of hit your eyes or anything like that. So you can set it as low as 1% if you wanted to. But I found it like around like 10 or 20%. It's okay. It doesn't really bother you, even if you go ahead and play any game. So right here, we are able to go ahead and switch off any of the LEDs. So the front one, if I wanted to, the side ones as well. So you're able to control everything from here. And then we got some scenes here as well. So if I go competitive, so it kind of cycles the colors all around, which is pretty cool. And then leisure here, that's another scene. Office, and then there's this good morning. The one thing you can notice what they did with the RGB strips here, only like one RGB lights up at a time, which is great. That's kind of more of a premium RGB lighting. Probably you've seen those other RGB strips, like 3 at a time light on, which doesn't look smooth. But here you can see like how smooth everything just flows. it looks pretty good. Next, jumping to the home section here. The other cool thing is, so if I go ahead and click screen here and start that, so anything I show on my screen is gonna kind of, you'll see the colors matching. So if I go ahead and just play this video here, as you can see, it kind of like matches whatever is playing there. And then we're also able to go ahead and do for music as well. So I just have some music playing and it's going by the sound. So now let's go ahead and start the gaming one here. And I do have Valorant installed already. There's a few games that are supported right now. So you can see Counter-Strike 2, League of Legends, and a few other games here. And we can see here, the Valorant is running here. So it should open up pretty shortly. And as you can see, the lights are already taking an effect too. So whatever we're seeing on the screen here.
Welcome to basic training.
Jet, come on, put Grim on.
No.
So looking at Valorant here, I think it makes it more immersive if you're playing this game, especially I think if you're going to be playing a single player game and having the lighting go around, it's going to be more immersive rather than a multiplayer game, because you don't want kind of like lights going in your eyes and all that. But you have that option if you want to go ahead and turn off one of the lights in the front or just leave the side ones. So one thing to keep in mind is if you're going to be using one of these scenes, as soon as you close the app, if you go ahead and exit the app, it's going to go ahead and revert to the default, just like as you would turn the colors on from here, from the switches. So right now, looking at the resources this app is using is 0.4% CPU and 1 gig of memory. Hopefully in the future, they'll go ahead and modify this app a little bit to make it a little bit less demanding on the memory. But right now it's 0.5 to and 1 gig of memory, which is a bit high. So there's a few things this table has going for it. So we got the magnetic top here, which makes the whole desk kind of feel premium. And then the lighting here looks good. It's not like just a gimmick or anything like that. And I wish it had an LED like at the back as well. It would have been actually good. I would have actually preferred more to have like the LED strip at the back rather than the front here. That's just me, but I think it would have made more sense that way. So this table has MDF and it's wrapped with metal here. Very sturdy all around. It does have this whole piece of metal in the front here, so nothing is really ever gonna bend or feel like it's bending or anything like that, which is nice. So everything is gonna remain nice and flat. The thing which I would have loved to see this desk have is kind of adjust the scenes, like maybe from a smartphone app, rather than installing something on your PC, because usually I don't really like installing things on my PC, especially this 5.6 gig of things in there, and then leaving it open in the background while playing a game, and it's taking up memory and all that. So, but if you want to get more immersed and have all the colors kind of like while you're playing a game, so if you prefer something like that, this has that option. But personally, I would have loved just to have an app on my phone and just to have more scenes and brightness and all that, because you're not really able to control the brightness straight from the controllers here. And looking at the assembly, you're getting one huge box, just the table itself, and then a smaller box with the legs. But you will need to have 2 people in order to set this up. If you're by yourself and try to set this table up, you're definitely gonna struggle a lot. So just keep that in mind. The good thing about the assembly portion is the legs. You can just go ahead and put them on, no screws or anything like that, which is nice. The only screws that you really need is just to put the base on the legs. Pretty much that's it, and you're done. No more screws anywhere else, which is nice. So assembly was great, but you will need 2 people when it comes time to lifting and flipping the table around. Really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions about this table here, go ahead and leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer it, and I'll see you on the next one.